What is up, guys? It is Elo Alpha here, and welcome back everyone to a brand new Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone best class setup video. And then in the last video we set up the Gra, and this was the brand new Gra class. You guys know the old Gra used to be the meta weapon, and it was the best class you could have. But nowadays the Gra has actually moved down a little bit, and it's not really the main meta weapon anymore. It's mainly the Kilo, and nowadays the M13 and Origin. Those are like the top 3 meta weapons right now as of recording this video in Season 5. But we did find a new Gra class that honestly pretty much puts it back in meta. This thing absolutely destroys. Here's a quick look at the class. If you guys want to see more in-depth deep dive into this class and some insane gameplay of it, make sure to head over to the channel and check out the Gra best class setup video. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be checking out the Kilo. Now, I've always kind of known the Kilo was one of the best assault rifles in this game, but I've never really used it. I've always been drawn to the M4 or the Gra. I've never used the Kilo. I mean, I literally had to grind out for a couple of hours this morning to level this thing up to max. That way I could bring you guys this video, because literally mine was like level 20 or 30 or something. I had a lot of grinding to do with the with the Kilo, but I finally got it max level. I did some research on YouTube, on the internet, and I looked up like images of the different percentages and stuff for some of these attachments, and I think I found the best Warzone class. Now, once again, guys, I wouldn't suggest using these classes in normal multiplayer. These are Warzone only classes. So that Gra that we set up in the last video, that's not set up for multiplayer. You know, it's not set up for short and medium ranges. That is set up for Warzone long ranges. So let me go ahead and tell you guys, before you put on this class, you try to multiply and you're like, yo, this isn't as good as you said it was. Well, it's because it's not made for multiplayer. It is made for Warzone. Alright, so getting into the actual class setup, it really doesn't matter. You can use any variant. I know some weapons, it depends, you know, on what variant you use, different iron sights, whatever. But it doesn't matter. You can use really whatever you want. Now, for one of the variations of this class, you may want to actually change your blueprint. But for the one that I'm going to show you guys here in the beginning, you guys are not going to need a special blueprint, so you can just run out normal Kilo 141 if you guys want to. But as far as the attachments go, for the overall, keep that in mind, overall best Warzone class, it's going to be the monolithic suppressor, the signature arms 19.8 inch prowler barrel, the VLK 3x optic, and the commando foregrip, and finally, but certainly not least, the 50 round magazine. Now, actually, I would say put on the 60 round mag for the best overall class, but for me personally, I run 50 because I don't need the extra 10 bullets in my mag. So I run the 50 for the higher mobility. But it's all up to personal preference, and that's what we're about to get into now. Because this is, like I said, the best overall Warzone class. You'll be good at medium, long ranges. You can fight up close, you know, quarters if you absolutely need to with the hip fire, ADS, whatever. This weapon will still destroy, but it's not necessarily meant for the shorter ranges. And that's why I have it paired up with the Origin 12, because this thing is not going to do very good at short ranges at all. It's going to do better at medium to really long ranges. So that's why I'm paired up with the Origin 12 with the extended barrel and the choke. That way with the Origin 12 I can still hit short and medium ranges with this thing. So I'm set up for all the ranges, all scenarios in Warzone. I got the weapons to deal with any situation that comes my way. But definitely suggest running the 60 if you don't hit a lot of shots. If you're not that good at the game, you don't have the best aim, and you miss a lot of shots, having those extra 10 bullets in your mag could honestly mean, difference between life and death. That could be a kill. Literally, you could be breaking someone's armor with those extra 10. That's a big deal. So if you don't have the best aim and you need those extra 10 bullets, definitely slap on the 60 round mag, but you are going to be losing mobility and control with that, so just keep that in mind. Personally, I have decent aim. I know I can hit my shots with this thing at long ranges, so I'm only going to put on the 50, and that way I gain some mobility and control back as well. And that's pretty much it for this is the best overall. But now we're going to get into some different variations of this class that you guys might like for some shorter ranges. So first things first, if we're using this for a more short range, and the variation I'm going to show you guys here in a sec, you can actually kind of use on multiplayer. We're going to go ahead and remove the monolithic suppressor. We're going to put on the signature arms whisper barrel, because this is a monolithic integral barrel. If you guys don't know what that is, it basically puts the monolithic suppressor inside of the barrel. So this is a short barrel. This one's going to be made for short ranges. And then you want to take off the VLK sight and put on the tack laser. And this is the class right here that a lot of people actually run. This is mainly more for multiplayer. But if you're going to be, running this with a sniper or something, or I don't know, LMG, something where you can hit those medium to long ranges, you just need a high, damage assault rifle that can kill at short and medium ranges, guaranteed. This is the best kilo class you guys can use right here. You may even want to take off the tack laser and put on, maybe keep the VLK sight just in case. Or I know a lot of people like the PBX sight as well, so you guys can run PBX if you want. And there's a couple different variations. Personally, this is what I would run here. I would take off the tack laser and then just run the PBX hollow. So if I was using this for shorter ranges to medium ranges, slightly medium, you're not going to get really a lot of medium kills with this thing. But as you guys can see, this would be the best short range class. Another little variation I guess you guys could do is we could put back on the monolithic suppressor. We could take off the barrel, put on tack, and then put on VLK. Now, this is still a good class, but without the Prowler, you're really going to be losing a lot of damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. So I really wouldn't suggest using this gun with the stock barrel, but if you want a version that you can still, kind of start to reach out there in longer ranges, you can do good at medium and decent at short. This is a good class here because you get the tack laser, you get the VLK, you get the monolithic. You're just not using the Prowler barrel. So it's pretty much the stock class. You're just taking off the barrel that gives you that extra extended long range capabilities, and just putting on a tack laser, which increases your ADS and your stability and stuff like that. So that way you can be more accurate at those short and medium ranges. So it's really up to you guys, but like I said, for me personally, I'm going to run the Prowler and take off the laser and stuff like that. Now, I also know some people that prefer to run the Merc foregrip over the Commando. Personally, I don't, because this lowers your ADS, and you can see here, compared to the Commando, yes, we gain a little bit of accuracy, but we lose range and control of the weapon, which we don't want. So we definitely want the Commando. And some people say, why do you use the VLK over the PBX? Well, actually, there's two reasons for this. Two big reasons. Number one is if you read most people's other videos, it will say use PBX blue dot. And they specifically say blue dot, because otherwise the sight's not very good unless you have the blue dot unlocked. Now, personally, I don't have the blue dot unlocked, so I don't use the PBX. I prefer to use the VLK. Secondly, because of its hidden stats. So there's a couple of attachments in this game that actually have hidden stats. So here in the stats menu, you can see pros, zoom level, cons, ADS speed. But there's actually more pros to this. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but it gives you horizontal or vertical recoil control. I can't remember exactly which one of the two it is, but it gives you one of those. So it's good because you're kind of getting what you would get with the PBX, but you're also getting a longer to medium range scope on it, because it's a 3x scope. So I prefer to run the VLK on all my Warzone weapons. Like I said, unless I'm going for shorter ranges, maybe medium if I need to, I'll run the PBX or something else. But like I said, I don't have the PBX blue dot, so I don't run the PBX. But here you go, ladies and gentlemen, this is the overall best Warzone classes. I showed you guys some different variations. I mean, obviously you guys can, customize it if you want. I mean, you could put on no stock if you wanted. You could put on, signature arms sniper pro. I mean, you guys can do whatever you want, but this is the best overall standard a kilo class, so you guys can just take this class, modify it however you need to. Obviously there's many variations. It's Warzone, depending on your perks, your secondary weapon, your playstyle, many things go into making a weapon fit that person specifically. But this is the best overall general class. Take this, customize what you guys need to, and I hope you guys have some fun with this thing and get some wins in Warzones. Without further ado, I guess let's head over and let's do some buyback.